So what I think about the Jeffrey Epstein survivor speaking out, and where is dumb Donald at now? Where dumb Donald Trump at? Where he at? Oh, he probably doing his weekend at Bernie's routine. Probably hiding on the golf course somewhere, eating some cheeseburgers, hoping that no one says nothing. You know, you can't ever get him to talk about common sense, but this one just might actually land where he just might can't hide. It's not going anywhere. In fact, it's building and building and building, and it's getting more and more harder for him to go hide because he has to protect his assets, and he also has to protect names and people and crew. Oh yeah, ain't this something? Ain't this rich? Yeah, you were friends with the guy. The guy had 14 different ways of calling you and contacting you, but you act like, oh, that wasn't me. That fell on your lap. That fell on you. So you can't blame Sleepy Joe. You can't say this and that because Biden had to protect his son. So that's a whole nother story, another story. But this is on you, Trumpy. This is all on you. Because Ghislaine Maxwell was locked up. She wasn't getting any, you know, and she wasn't gonna get anything like what you done presented. You did all this maneuvering. You got her almost like a bakery, like a bake lady, like you going out there, Giselle, and you just made a little bitty mistake. We gonna sort it. This is what he's doing. See, they won't ever come out and tell the truth because if they were to come out, they would question his sanity. Law-abiding citizens don't get those kind of chances. Giselle Maxwell's having a field day. It's kind of strange that as bad as Diddy's case looked, Diddy should be out doing what Giselle Maxwell is doing right now, but he can't seem to get out of jail. He's offering 50 million, 5 million, 2 million. He's got monopoly money. The judge won't budge. Giselle Maxwell got cold busted accessory, and she's getting, oh, she's gonna have a lemonade stand. Don't be surprised if you see her with a food cart selling food and wholesome Girl Scout cookies or something, because that's what they've done. They've turned this into a joke. And everybody that's associated with Trump, it seems, has got pervy worvy, freaky deaky, or something that they done. And he's just covering bases. He acts like he's the second coming of Ricky Henderson, and he's stealing all the bases and trying to get all the bases. As opposed to showing what a leader is supposed. Well, he ain't. Okay? There's a reason why he lost. He did lose, and he took that L, and no one held him for that insurrection. He took that L. He had a global pandemic, and he got scared, and he showed weakness then, and he's showing even more weakness now. These young women who are telling truths, was proven facts, have nobody to depend on for justice. It's for the whole world to see. So if you're going to give carte blanche to this, why don't you just let everybody out of prison? Treat everybody like it's Oprah and say, you get out today, you get out, you get out today, you get out, because there is no justice. The stupidness of the MAGAs can't even defend this with logic. Even badly built, bigot, trash Marjorie Taylor Greene is up there questioning Trump, and she's standing on it. Where are the morals at? This is going to be his undoing, because he can't escape this one. He thought maybe if I give Giselle a little hookup, maybe you sell some Girl Scout cookies, maybe you be good, maybe it'll die off. We just put you in a little town in Texas. That's what we'll do. And Governor Abbott will work you out. You see how fake this politics mess is, how racist it is, how institutionalized it is? You see the corruption that goes on? Why you even got laws? Where is your moral code of ethics? Where is your spiritual foundation? What do we got? What do you have? Not only a laughing stock, but you have no moral compass. But then again, they're not alone. Because any place that has monarchy, you done the same dirt. And those churches and all that. So you're not exempt. So don't act like old Trump and you laughing, because guess what? It's all tied together. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. If you see any of them world leaders in them different countries standing there toe tapping and clapping with him, they just as guilty as he is. There's the only difference is their dirt, his dirt might be a little bit different underneath the nails. But oh, by the way, if you can have somebody like Prince Andrew and some of these other people associated with Epstein and all the other dignitaries, who else do you think the birdie's gonna land? It's sad for the survivors because the surviving Jeffrey Epstein should be 5 times bigger than the surviving R. Kelly. But it ain't. It ain't. Because it's white male privilege. And they will protect anything. Because that's how they just got over in America and other countries too. That's a whole nother story in the video. But you know what? History does repeat itself. Ain't it funny how the Man's Act, White Slavery Act, was still for Jack Johnson for a man who got his record vacated, but yet they still got that act on the roll. But they got no real white male act. They got no real act for what they're putting down. This violates everything psychological and spiritual connotation. You can walk around and call yourself Republican, conservative, liberal, etc. But can you call yourself a decent human being? Can you justify what's going on right now? Because if you can live with yourself behind this and still support that heathen, that jive turkey, that bigot, then you really are in denial. This should not be the survivors of Jeffrey Epstein with Trump acting all nonchalant and shrugging and looking scared and shaking like a chicken and a rooster. Where are the people at there to defend women and the people that have gone through this and their families? Where is the justice at? You ain't getting it from that so-called president because guess what? He's got agendas and he's got to make sure that no one comes and leaks anything that will tie him back, even though it is there though. But this is what people vote for. Women have come out and said the association. Can't you tell birds of a feather that fly together? And what is the difference between Jeffrey Epstein and Trump and Bill Clinton than Puff Daddy, Jay-Z, and R. Kelly? Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another initiative if you like. And for the record, you can like somebody, if you choose to, however you choose to, but you got to learn how to separate the two. And what you're seeing is a ring.